My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree whales.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On first down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run with Procise. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Now Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissic. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
14.
Now Wilson. Steps in, and the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Open man, it's the man. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
19. Let's go, 14. 12. Let's go, 14.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll try and run down here with Prosise. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Vic Beasley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And Janikowski bangs it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsors saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
20. Hey, gun. 20.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
If the post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ryan flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 10 yards out. And the Falcons are in for 6.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, and maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gotta go. 14.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Brooks Reed coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, over here. Go. 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On first down, Procise. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. On second down, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baldwin. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Gun. 12. Get up!
Throwing again. Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games. Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
There we go.
On second down, here's Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
20. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, express. Oh, and he's another.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They run, Devontae Freeman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Tuesday. Gun.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 6 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Caught right side, Jerron Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wilson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jerron Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And he's able to put it through. Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
11. Gun. On.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here's Matt Bosher now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brooks Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
19. Touch 50, touch 50.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear
out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now, I'm two on one day on my third, I was 2 broke, now I'm 2 rich, made 100K on my third shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now, yeah, I'm 2 up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up, first time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up, ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to booth up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you.
Big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night. She had my all over the mess. Can't sit on my house. I got that check and took off. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Brando Givenchy is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get you fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit your back that like a popo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in there gently. Angry and friends with these when I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. And up, give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time.
I got that check and took off. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Brando Givenchy is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with to Ruby you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. Derek ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check and took off. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Brando Givenchy is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
G go too fast. I don't need one no seatbelt. Bad look, got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is the baby?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Here's Stephen Gostkowski now to kick this one off. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Freeman, a tailback. He's got it running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Deron Harmon makes the tackle. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Gun! 11!
To throw on second down, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
29, Alpha.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And they will not there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. First and 10, it's Ryan. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Adrian Claiborne in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now the pitch to Freeman. Space to run past the 20. Powering his way forward. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. He'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 75 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tuesday.
Now Ryan on first down. Flushed out right. He'll air this one toward Coleman. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Gun. On. 3.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Georgia, this is Sony Michel. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
20,
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, he's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Wait. Right here, guys. Right, 51. Hey, express!
To throw on second down. Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hey, let's go.
This is Freeman. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And he'll take this one down near the 15. John Simon in on the stop. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's go, let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tuesday.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, 78 yards. And the Patriots get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Running right, this is Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Ryan. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 44 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, South. Gun. Hey, wait.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. Freeman with a fast feed. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Check back 21, check back 21. Get up! Wait! Motion. Get up! Motion. 12.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And now it's second down.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready! 20!
From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. Gets it to Gordon. They find some open field here. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is caught. Gronkowski. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Well, there it is. Brady connecting with Gronk, but at this stage of the game, this is kind of late for them. I'm used to this happening right out of the gate.
Yeah, we were thinking we would see this per usual. 1st quarter, definitely 2nd quarter. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Tom Brady taking it in. And the Patriots are back within a score.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
20. Right. There we go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Tuesday. 21. Right. 12. Let's go.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Looking deep for Julio. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Brady. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And the pressure gets to him again. Vic Beasley in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Brady now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Brady going to throw. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
Come here, sounds like I seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, yeah. You from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. Yeah. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. Yeah. I go in back of the. They all from that. Yeah. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. Yeah. I go to bet on bet. I got the beam in the flat. I got a in the back. Ladies, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't matter. I'm a K back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets they fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jet and they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Thought, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happen when you give it a fake life and then the ape in. I live with birds in there. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
Money doubles up like a duo. I just want the yen and the euro. The game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out and then I call it a rumor. Curry the is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the like Hummus C-Dip. Echo back with the I'ma flip, money flow like a battleship, Diddy the new, deliver new, giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be E.T.? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pockets too big, Rakesh. Pockets too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too culo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pockets too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too culo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pockets too big, they sumo. Pockets too big, they sumo.
clique. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, you already there. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chest to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now White. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 34.
12. Ready, set 180. Hey, go orange. Orange.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Got him in. It's Breshad Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Here you go, man.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
0.
2nd down, Rivers. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Rivers to throw it. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Check green 90. Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Flex round. Flex round.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That's caught out left by Perriman. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
White! Left! Hey, Rocket!
Rivers now on 2nd down. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he's going to go down again. Za'Darius Smith in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll drop to throw. And a dump off to White. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ohio!
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ohio! Let's go! Brand 38!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half #1. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gostkowski, he missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Ready? 390! 12. Hey!
Rivers now to throw on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Hey, go orange 12.
Rivers now. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Third and goal for Rivers. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. But they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Ohio. Ohio.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to air it out deep and got his man complete. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. 43 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On 1st down, Flowers. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Ohio. Ohio.
From the gun on 3rd down. Flowers goes underneath here to White. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
On 1st and 10, Flowers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Operating from the gun. Flowers. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Flowers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Hey, Rocket! Set! Round 80! Yeah, Rocket! 56! Hey, go orange! Orange!
To throw on second down, Rivers. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Set! 380! 36!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Set! Delta! Hey, go orange! Orange!
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that'll make it third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now Rivers. And this one is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They'd hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
To throw again. Flowers steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense should them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
New England on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be a tough third and 18. Looking to throw. Flowers. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Benjamin's got it. Finding room to the 20. And still fighting. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Rivers going to try and sneak it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Phillip Rivers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Rivers to throw this time. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So the Patriots coming out now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To throw on 2nd down. Flowers now in desperation. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
180, block 15.
Rivers here to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyes.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win.